And there's one last thing I'd like to point out, and I'll probably put this somewhere in the video, but the new info graphics here and stuff like that is pretty cool. So they changed a bunch of things. They made the parts a little bit more neater, but also you can right mouse button and you can get more information. And oop, it doesn't really like to scroll though. So yeah, so it just says this Probodyne the robotic probe here body is an unmanned. It requires 1.7 electrical charge per minute. Here's its pitch, yaw, and roll specs, and that also requires 1.8 per minute as active. RT antenna passes, so this actually has a 3 km antenna. I've unlocked the research enough so that my remote tech actually automatically comes with a 3 km antenna, which some of them don't. And especially when you first open them up, it doesn't have them, so you have to put an antenna on it in order to make it work. SAS equipped, remote control capable, and it comes with a 10 electric charge, whatever that is, volts or amps, I don't know. And then it shows mass, drag, crash tolerance, and max temperature. Max temperature is good if you're paying attention and you want to do deadly reentry, which I am doing. Then you cannot overheat it past 1200 degrees because it will explode. So that was just one other thing I wanted to add in there. And if you see it before everything else, then it means I put it in before. And if you see it after everything else, then I did put it in after. I know I don't want to get too technical on this. I just wanted to throw it in there. Hello everyone, this is Chris, Kerbal Space Program. We are at mission 13, lucky number 13. However, what's even better is that they just released 0.23. So we have some new parts and some new methods of getting science. Now, excuse me, the experiments aren't as repeatable as they used to be. And here's our science archives. Now this is something great. This is what they've added. You can see there's different availabilities for science. Now, this is the first time I've actually looked at it, so my feet are kind of wet here. But you can look at the celestial body, and we haven't done anything in the sun, which I thought we might have, even just transferring to the moon, but maybe that's just around Kerbal. So you have the different celestial bodies, and it also shows their moons, so Eve and Gilly. You have Kerbal, you have the moon, you have Minmus, of course, and this shows the pool that's its value and available, and science report. Crew reports while in space high over Minmus. Looking at the surface of Minmus reminds you of your favorite childhood dessert. You attempted to taste the surface. Well, we found out it's not pudding, so that's really not that important. But this shows what kind of science is still available yet to do. So if you look at, let's say, if we look at Eve or Gilly, that doesn't have anything. But let's just say we'll go to the moon. Now, crew report from Moon's Highlands. Now, we have not done a crew report from the Moon's Highlands, so this entire research value is not yet filled up. So we have 26 science reports found out of a total of 88. So there's, a good 50 left. I'm not doing the math. I'm just kind of roughing it here to discover. And then you have all the points that you've got to gather from it. So and we got situations. I mean, this science thing is really taken on, a very life of its own. It's nice. It's now rewarding. Now you can track it, which is even better, because what's worse than going out and doing the same experiments over and over again and realizing that there's no science to be gained? Great addition, and I'm very happy about it. So that's that. All right. Well, now let's just check the technology tree, because I'm sure there's some things that might have been added that now we need to unlock here, and it's possible that did not happen. I still have all the mods loaded, and it doesn't seem to have broken any functionality yet. It did break some of my launch designs on the subpart assembly, so I'll have to go back through and do some corrections on that. But overall, it doesn't seem to be that big of an issue yet. So I'm very happy with that. What else is new? Well, now here we go. Yes, the mobile processing lab. So now, you sure want to research? Yes, I do. We have a parts lab. Mobile processing lab was developed to help increase the amount of science we're able to do in the field. Instead of needing to haul samples all the way back to Kerbin, the mobile lab will allow you to process the samples on site. This model is guaranteed to spontaneously combust less than previous models, and also has the equipment necessary to clean out and restore functionality to inoperable experiments. Now, what happens is this. If you do an experiment with, say, a goo container, and you transmit that data, that goo container cannot be used again until A, you go back to one of these mobile labs and reset it, or B, you have to land and land at Kerbin. I don't even think you can reset it. It just, either if you transmit it, you can't use it unless you reset it at a mobile lab. Other than that, it's now defunct, it's null, it's void. You can't get any more science. So that cuts out the spamming of science, so no more 6,000 point missions and stuff like that, which I think is great. I know it's hard for a lot of people to get science points, but once you kind of get the hang of what you're doing, it's rather easy. Yeah, I apologize if I'm setting some people off saying it's simple. It's not simple. It's just once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. It looks like all my other modules are valid, so I just have that science lab to open up. And I will probably work on that next. I do kind of want to get, I think my next mission right now, and I said episode 13. This is really not an episode 13. It's more of just an update on what's new in the Kerbal Space .23 version and how it kind of relates to what I'm doing in my missions. So I just wanted to get that out there. I wanted you guys all to see what was going on with the development and the cool things that they've added, and it just makes it more of a well-rounded game, and I'm very excited, and I think Squad's doing an amazing job, and I would like to thank them. And as always, check it out. If you have anything you want to see, just let me know. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you.